Hey guys, welcome back to Buzzer2Buzzer.
Welcome to episode 27 of Quick Take.
All right, guys. Over the past couple of days, the news has developed that unfortunately throughout the league, COVID-19 has been spreading and been contracting to many players. Now, guys, specifically, we've seen a very major case in the Tennessee Titans in which 18 people, including staff and players, have contracted COVID-19. Now, guys, consequently enough, this week, week 4 of the NFL, the Titans were supposed to play the Steelers. However, considering the circumstances, the NFL chose to forego the option and cancel that game, giving the Steelers a bye week, meaning they have 13 weeks of NFL action to play up ahead with this fourth week bye week. And now, guys, we are hearing more news that the Bills game, which is the fifth week game which Titans are going to be playing, that game is also in jeopardy. So I just want to get our thoughts about this whole situation going down, and is the league season future in jeopardy?
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that all these players are getting COVID right now. But I think this was expected. Obviously, like we were gonna definitely cancel games, and there was no chance that no one was getting COVID. Now, I think what the NFL is probably gonna do is probably have a couple weeks tagged on to the end of the season, and just have like I don't know 5 or 6 makeup games like in total. Hopefully, not more than that, and just put them on that 2 week block at the end of the season to play delay the Super Bowl by a little bit. But other than that, I mean, this was expected. Like, I don't see anything else the NFL could do to prevent this.
Yeah, like going into it, the NFL definitely knew the risks of like how many players could contract COVID, and obviously everyone wouldn't be safe no matter if they're saying quarantined or like the NFL was like the bubble overall in the NFL was being effective. But as Aryan said, there's a lot of time at the between the Super Bowl and like the next season, so I think that they can use that time. Even if they postpone the games, like that doesn't really matter. I think that'll still be fine. The Super Bowl will probably be postponed, like all games, but they have a lot of time at the end of the season, and that's not. I don't think it's going to really affect a lot.
I think even in the scenario where they do have to postpone the season, because like more than likely it's going to be one or two teams that have 3 games missing, and so to make up all those games over the course of 3 weeks, they obviously can't play like more than every 4 days. So when they do have those extra weeks added, you have like around 8 other playoff teams waiting 3 weeks out of practice. No game time action, and that could have an impact on how the playoffs play out too. On coming back after taking such a long break, and I think that's critical for the NFL to understand.
Guys, it seems like that reality is setting in. When we started Buzzer2Buzzer, our main thing was talking about the impact of COVID-19 on the NBA, which with the Buffalo going successfully now with 0 positive tests. And we talked about the NFL too. And we discussed how, due to the nature of the game of football, you got massive teams, 55-man rosters. There's so many staffs, each person having their own personal trainers. It's crazy how much more staff is involved relative to the NBA, and we're just seeing the consequences of that. And although it's a bit surprising and it's a bit nice to see that it came out 4 weeks later, the NFL is consequently now even looking into the Titans team, seeing if any violations were made, whether or not any players were doing something which they should have not have been, leading this to the outbreak of the virus. And like Abiyu said, there's a whole bunch of off-season time, especially with the NFL compared to other sports. They got like 5 months in between in which it's just after the Super Bowl, it's just time to relax and work on your grind, right? Well, now I feel like that the NFL could easily take 2 to 3 weeks, set it back, but then harsh that idea of letting these teams who've been ready for the postseason, do they go out of play? It's just a scenario which I'm pretty sure the NFL has planned for. They have a plan in mind, but it's something which we hate to see. All right, guys. It is truly unfortunate to see the rise of the COVID-19 virus in the teams like the Tennessee Titans. Hopefully, the NFL takes proper safety precautions and we can see lessen the number of positive cases, not only for the Titans, but throughout the league as well. One thing's for certain, guys, we will be covering if any further news breaks out. As always, guys, be sure to hit that like button. Comment down below your main takeaways from this whole situation and what you think is the best way for these teams to finish off their games. Also, guys, be sure to follow us on our Twitter, where we are posting now lifetime updates throughout whenever the games are occurring and when such news is broken out. But as always, guys, take care, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.